Afternoon.
So, Kenny.
Kenny, how's your hamstring feeling?
It's better. I wouldn't say it was 100%, but it's definitely better than it was 2 days ago.
Coach said if the game was today, he probably would let you play on a percentage basis.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
If we had to play today, I would definitely be suiting up, playing. There's no doubt about that.
Is it hindering you at all, or is it just uncomfortable right now?
It's just uncomfortable. I don't think it's hindering me. Unless you guys saw something in the second half that looked like it was hindering me. I didn't think it was. It's just an uncomfortable feeling.
Those things heal kind of slowly in a lot of cases. The difference between Sunday when you left and now, is that much of a difference in how it feels? Or?
It's a lot different. I'm going to be honest with you. Monday morning, when I went to tie my shoes, it was a little tough. But now I'm good. I mean, it's, like I said, it's uncomfortable, but it's definitely getting better pretty quickly.
Kenny, Roy talks a lot about building momentum once you get into a tournament. Now that you're 2 games in, how do things change this week leading up to Friday's game, if at all?
What we did this past weekend means nothing. You know, I know we had a couple of good second halves. We were able to build momentum in the second half, but you know, this weekend it starts over. We got to build that momentum back. I mean, you know, of course, you want to be playing your best basketball, and I think it can. You know, you can get, some momentum can carry over, but you know, you gotta get back up. You gotta refocus, and now at this point, we gotta forget about Friday and Sunday and refocus back on, you know, the next opponent in Auburn and getting ready to play again.
Kenny, Nasir, 39 points in 38 minutes in 2 games. What kind of weapon does that give you guys moving to the next round?
It's just another one. You know, we've been talking all season about you know, how our offense is so dangerous because you don't know who's going to have the big night, and you know, that's just him playing like that, him playing aggressive. And I said it all weekend. If he plays aggressive, he'll get those results. And him playing aggressive just gives us another weapon. You know, and the best thing is off the bench. So, you know, you don't have to rely on the 5 starters to have a great night. You know, Nas can come in and give you something good.
When did you guys start to see the turn with him where he could play up to the potential that he's playing right now? Because you know that he had some struggles early in the season, and there was a lot of talk about this, that, and the third. But now he's playing up to that potential. When did you guys start to see that turn?
We see, honestly, we see it every day. He does the same things in practice. You know, it's just a matter of him translating into games. And I think the first, you know, game that he really started to click for him, I think, was Florida State, when he was super aggressive and, you know, he got the good results. And I think he did that again this past weekend in 2 games. You know, I think the key with Nas is just him being aggressive. If he's aggressive, he's so athletic, he's so skilled, his skill set is so good. You know, he's going to score the ball, he's going to get fouls, he's going to be effective in the game. So I think going forward, I think, and I'll tell him this week, just continue to be aggressive, and you know, the good things will continue to flow.
Kenny, I asked Coach about the nickname Philosopher Nas. I've seen that tossed around. He said he never heard of it before. Can you elaborate on what that means and what goes into it?
You know, we're talking about something. Nas will be the one to break it down and say, all right, let me talk a little bit, and he'll break something down like to the bits and pieces of it. So I think Kobe was the first one I heard call him Philosopher Nas, and you know, it's just carried on from there.
Kenny, we've talked a lot over the years about guarding the 3-point line like in half. How do things change in like transition, like how Auburn likes to play, and what's the challenges there?
You know, it's a challenge because you know, they really like the transition 3. I was talking to B-Rob about it earlier, and you know, he said in multiple cases they've given up an open layup to get the transition 3. So you know, you just got to adjust to it. It's, you know, a lot of it is not necessarily all 5 guys run into the paint, but you have to find your guy early so that they don't get that transition step in 3. And you know, I'm sure we'll work on it today and tomorrow. you know, just getting back in transition, whether it be a 5-on-4, 4-on-3, but picking up guys so that they can get the open threes that they like to get.
Katie, the speed that you guys play at is ridiculous. I believe the last game they were timing you guys. You were scoring around like 8 seconds of possession. And talk about the stamina you have to maintain that, and also the advantage it is for you guys to play that fast.
You got to be in good shape, and I think Coach does a great job of getting us in shape. You know, preseason conditioning to the preseason practices to the practice in season. I mean, all of our practices, if you guys were to watch it, it's up and down. It's that speed, and sometimes even faster. You know, 8 seconds is still too slow for Coach, and that's the weird thing. It's a funny thing because you know, 8 seconds on the basketball court is really fast if you're scoring the ball, but you know, it takes your team has to be in great shape, and you know, it's an advantage for us because I think everybody on our team can run like that for 40 minutes, and I think it's rare that, you know, another team can go up and down the court with us for 40 minutes the way that we want to, and at that pace. And you know, we've seen a couple of times where teams have tried, and late in the game they've got tired, and I think that's what we do. I think we, you know, we get into guys' legs a little bit, and you know, eventually, if we continue to play at that pace, then you know, that big run that we're used to seeing usually happens at some point.
Do you think that pace gives you a psychological edge throughout the course of a game, especially when you guys score so quickly after they make baskets? Can you sense that with some opponents?
I don't sense it, but you know, I'm sure if we were to score and another team came down and scored in 3 or 4 seconds, it's a bit demoralizing. You know, I can cite the Duke game in the ACC championship. Where Zion dunked it, and we were back dunking in 3 seconds, literally 3 seconds. And so it's like, it was a quick momentum shift. It's like, oh yeah, he dunked it, but we got the ball out and we're dunking right back. So, you know, I'm sure teams it gets in your head a little bit, and you know, teams don't tend to celebrate it anymore once it happens.
Would you say this is among the fastest team? Where would they rank among the 4 teams you've played in as far as fastest?
This team I'm on?
Yeah.
I think this is the fastest, just because of Kobe. That kid doesn't know how to go anything less than 100 miles per hour. So, and I've said all season, man, it forces us to run that much faster because we got to keep up with him. You got to give him some help. So, you know, I think he's forced us to play a little bit faster, and I think that's why we're able to score, I think, more points than we have in my 4 years.
Did you guys know anything, or did you follow Kobe throughout high school when he was kind of becoming this high school legend, and what did you think he was going to be when he got here because of that?
I knew he could score the ball. I think everybody in the state knew he could score the ball. I didn't know, honestly. You know, he's at the speed he's grown. I'll be lying to you if I said I expected it. But it's what we needed. Yeah, he's incredible, man. And the way he's taken things as a freshman and ran with it, and literally ran with it. And you know, just he's absorbed it and he's put it into the play. It's actually incredible for a freshman point guard to come in and do it.
Did you think it was going to be this good in like June, July, August, September before you all played a game?
I knew he would be good.
Yeah.
I knew he would be really good, but you know, this good, this early, it's hard to say that I was expecting this. You know, I don't want to downplay him at all. I mean, Kobe's a great player, but you know, as a freshman, you always have that learning curve, and I think his curve was quick. I think it was over in December. Once we were back for Christmas break, Kobe took off, and you know, of course, he had his games before that where he was really good, great even. But since once ACC play started, you know, he's had a couple games where you know things didn't go his way, but for the most part, Kobe he's been great, and you know, I think that's a testament to him working hard and, like I said, taking the lessons that coach has given him and running with it.
Thanks, Katie. We'll get the other guys in here in just a second.
Appreciate it.